All right, so we will get started. First, shout out to Roxy for being the coach of the week. For just overall always being super consistent. And when you're not, you pull yourself back in together and recognize it and get back into motion. So shout out to you and for getting on the power hours and coaching calls and all the goods. And then also fiddle with me. Shout out to Sam, who worked out all week and documented it in her stories and just really being consistent and getting back into her journey for herself and her coaching journey and all the goods. So shout out to you guys. Remy no. But so tonight we are gonna kind of just talk about overall vision and having one, and how to really visualize not just your business, but how to visualize your life and then correlate your business into it. Because so often we visualize like the ranks and the goals and the income, and we get lost in that we don't actually have our vision of life that keeps us moving. It is freezing in our house too, actually. I am like quite thankful. But so that's really kind of what we're going to dive into. My overall things with these calls is I am very action oriented. I am very big on giving you things to do to apply to your life and your business. I am also sometimes very blunt, real, and raw, but I also know that it's coming from the heart and I love you guys. So some days I'm going to try to just like move along. I talk fast. If you have questions, drop them in the chat as I talk or unmute yourself. But it's Sunday. It's late. We want to go to bed. We want to get things done. So that is what we're here for. So first, I want you to like actually sit down, and it doesn't have to be right now. You can like start thinking about it. But I want you to really start visualizing your life. And again, like I said, not just in business, but everything. Like, what does your life look like in 6 months, in a year, in 3 years, in 5 years? Where are you living? What are your kids doing? Are they in sports? Are they in the school you want them in? Are they traveling with you? Are you going camping? What are your dogs doing? If you're a dog mom, are you getting them massages? Are you going and getting them professionally groomed? Like, people actually get their dogs massages. Like, what do you want your life to look like in 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years? Like, what do you want? But are you taking vacations? Are you going out of the country? Are you taking a vacation every 3 months? Whatever. What are you eating? Do you have debt? Just really kind of get into the nitty-gritty things of your life. Forget about the business aspect right at that second. Like, visualize where you are when you're at 6 months, a year, 3 years, 5 years, because that is what's going to make you move. Like, that is what's going to make you move. Saying, yeah, I am a superstar diamond, is that going to make you move? Like, you probably don't even know what that is. So why are you going to write that down? Like, you need to think about the real life things that this is going to help you get there. So write down your vision. I want you to take the time and write it down. I want you to drop one thing in the chat first of like one thing you know you want in the future in your life. And it can be simple, it can be complex, it can be whatever. But I want you to sit down and visualize your goals and write them down. Then I want you to write them down regularly, and I want you to read them regularly. A lot of people, including myself, will write them on my mirror in the bathroom or put them on the fridge. If that's not your thing, don't do it, but put it somewhere that you're going to read it and or see it often. In correlation with your vision, I want you to then set goals to achieve those, to achieve the visions you have. What is going to get you there? Like, what steps are actually going to get you there? Because you could have a vision all you want, but without the steps and the goals that lead up to it, the daily goals, the weekly goals, the monthly goals, it's just a vision. So what is going to get there? And your goals need to somewhat make sense. Like, you can't say next year you want to make $1 million. Like, if you're making 2 cents right now, like, let's be real. But that could be a goal someday, maybe 5 years, 10 years, but they need to make sense and they need to be SMART goals. I'm not going to totally go over the SMART goal thing, but A SMART goal means that they're specific, they're measurable, they're achievable, they're realistic, and they're timely. So they're specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Your goals need to be able to be measured. They need to have a decent time frame on them. They need to be realistic. Again, you can't go from making 3 cents to $1 million. Is it possible? Yeah, but is it realistic? No. Like, what are your goals? And make sure they fit into that. Because if you can't measure them, if you want to just say, you can't just say, I want to be successful. Because what is success? It looks different to me, to you, to the next person, to the next person. What is success to you? Write down what it is and make sure it's specific. Like, I want to make $1,000 this month. I want to pay off all my debt by this time. I want to have my kids be able to be in these sports by this time. Whatever it is, like, it needs to be specific, not just the successful, or I want to have a house. Great. What kind of house? Where? When? It needs to be measurable. So something that you can measure, like it got done by this time, or it's a money thing, or whatever it is. Achievable. You need to be able to achieve it. Most people can't achieve flying to the moon. Like, so let's be achievable. Realistic. Obviously, again, we went over that. And timely. You need to be able to have a time frame on it. So that is SMART goals. I'm not going to do like a whole training on it. It's pretty simple. You just really kind of have to dig deeper into your goals. And then next, again, your goals need to make you move. Okay. They need to make you work. If your goals aren't like, I want that, like, I really want that, so I'm going to get up today and do it, even though I want to press snooze, they're not a good enough goal for you. Like, your goals need to make you work. If you're not working hard or prioritizing this or whatever it is in your life that's going to achieve those for you, it's because you aren't specific enough in your goals. So write down your goals and get them to make you move. And again, write them down. Write it down. With your vision and then your goals. So what's going to get you there? Then you need to set your action plan. How are you going to achieve your goals? What are you going to do each day to achieve your goals? What are you going to do each month to achieve your goals? What are you going to do each year to achieve your goals? It's like you stack it upon stack it, just like habits each day, you stack it. Without an action plan, all your goals and visions are goals and visions that are never going to be achieved. Because if you don't have an action plan, you're not working towards them. So you need to have an action plan on how you're going to achieve those goals. So action equals vision. You're going to achieve your vision and your goals if you take the action. What is going to actually get you there? Is it consistency? What do you need to be consistent at? Do you need to be consistent on your own journey? Do you need to be consistent in inviting? Do you need to be consistent on social media? Do you need to be consistent on calls? What do you need to be consistent on to achieve those goals? Do you truly believe this business can help you achieve your goals and your vision? Now, what daily tasks in this business are going to get you to allow this business that has endless opportunity to achieve those goals and vision? Now, you need to really think into it and dig into it. And once you know what it is daily that you need to do, you can intentionally set that into your daily routine. And then it's going to be habit, and you're not going to even have to fully think about it. And you're really like, yeah, like, I got this. Like, wow, my dreams are coming true. Like, what is happening? So you have to have that plan and the consistency in your plan to get there. And write it down and apply it and take action. The thing is, so I want to ask you something, like, has this business actually impacted you in some way, shape, or form? Okay. So now, what if you didn't take the steps to share this business and to do your daily activities to help other people be impacted the way you were? Like, when you're feeling gross and you're feeling like you're inviting to nobody and you're doing all this for nothing, what if you found the you that needed this? Like, this business has impacted all of us in different ways because we all needed this in a different way, shape, or form. And because somebody else before us decided to step outside their comfort zone and be fearful and put their belief in this business and this journey ahead of the fear because they wanted to change someone else's life, most of us wouldn't be here. You are that person now. Like, you need to put in your daily actions, because not only are you out there to change their lives, you're out there to change your lives. Your dreams are going to come true by allowing other people's dreams to come true. Okay, whether it's Challenger or business. And the thing is too, is like, with this, you're not just sharing or selling. I hate saying selling. Like, I hate to say like we're selling this, but we are. Like, we're selling the product, but we're also selling the business. Dude. Done. We're also selling the business in a way that can change their lives forever. Like, forever, ever. And if you truly wholeheartedly believe that, you also wholeheartedly believe that this business can change your life and make you reach your visions and your goals, then get up and do it. You can do it. You know you can. Okay. So I want you to write down and visualize your life. Again, what does it look like in 6 months, a year, 3 years, 5 years? I want you to write it out, whether you need to do that in a type of a journal, like in the form of journaling, if you need to do that in a form of bullet points, if you need to text it, whatever you need to do, I want you to write it down, like pen to paper, write it down. And in the same place, I want you to write down what your goals are that align with your vision. So those can be more business orientated, as well as like goals in life, and things that are you need to achieve to reach that life and their vision. And then after that, I want you to write down the action plan to achieve your goals and vision. And then you need to apply your action plan daily and weekly and monthly to get there. And again, with your action plan as well, it needs to be like measurable goals. Like, how many invites are you going to send out? How many minutes or how many connections are you going to make? How many posts a week are you going to make? When are you going to show up on your story every day, multiple times a day? Like, I want you to get nitty gritty with it, especially in the beginning before it becomes a habit. Because most of this is not a habit to most people that don't come into it without one, like some type of background in it, but it can become a habit. And also, most people don't live the habit of the life you want to live because they don't take those actions. So you need to take those actions to live the life you want to live. So that is my main spiel. What questions and or anything do you have on that first? Let's see.
The faces.
Okay, 2. What is a goal that you have for September?
Get back to Emerald.
You can do it.
I am planning to get to Emerald because I am finally signing Steve up as one of my coaches, and then I will be fine.
See, that's another thing too. So we've been really big on So we've been really big for a while. I'm like, hit Success Club, and I'm going to hit SC6, and I'm going to hit SC10. And I want you to kind of adjust your thought process on it. After lots of trainings and listening to them, I want us to gear towards more how many invites we're going to make and how many connections we're going to make and how many people we're going to make, because we are not in control of who says yes. Okay. And it's really defeating. And it can feel like, great. Yeah, I sent 500 invites this month and nobody wants to sign up yet. Okay. Yes. Learn from that. Adjust what's not going right. Adjust what's not making, like, obviously something is off if you sent 500 invites and no one said yes. Okay. Or you just are really bad luck at flipping the cup. But I want to focus more on how many invites, how many people are we talking to, how many friendships and relationships are we making, how many connections are we making? Like, what are we doing to help them rather than just get them started? Okay. Yes, Success Club is a very good measurement, and Success Club is very helpful. And I highly suggest hitting it. I hit it every month last year. It is very good it's a good goal to aim towards, but I don't want anyone to write down, I am going to hit SC10 this month anymore. I want you to write, I am going to send this many invites. I'm going to have this many conversations, because that is measurable. And that is something we're in control of, but we are not in control of who says yes and who is ready to start the journey. And I think that's really part of where the defeat is coming from, and the like grossness around it and all that. So I kind of want us to start shifting our mindset. And when we're focusing on our conversations and the people that we're connecting with and who we're talking with, because the more people you talk to, the more people are going to get started. I think that a lot more success is going to come, rather than pushing for just Success Club. And I think the business and the intention behind it will be much more genuine and help in the long run. So that is another thing, is I want us to stop really just saying that and then just flip it a little bit. So did I miss your September? Oh, Emerald. You guys are going to hit Emerald. Yes.
Just wear green
That's what you
all September.
It's like a St. Patrick's Day, but in September.
It's telling me
You
that I'm gonna
just have Steve to sign up, and then you're Emerald.
yeah, because I technically have a woman that I've had signed up since like June, and she hasn't done anything with it. So
Is she active?
no, I guess not. Well, she doesn't do anything. But she's on there. So technically,
Because she'd have to be active.
yeah, that's what I thought. It's like I think she forgets about it, to be honest. So like it still like sends her stuff, but I don't know if she's